Names. Everyone has one. You, me, the entire world. Yeah, someone watching this video is probably named Michael. But mine, it's Zach. That probably shouldn't be very shocking considering the fact that it's literally my username. But Zach actually isn't my real name. My real name? Zach. I swear I have the easiest name in the world that gets misspelled so much with an H. My real name actually surprisingly has some origin to it, so let's get on to that. I have a brother. Let's call him John. John was 15 when my mom had me, and he was very upset to know that he was going to have a little brother. He stormed to his room, but after what I believe is a few hours, he came back down and accepted me, but on a few conditions. Fine, I'll only be okay with it if his name is Zachary and he will be a man. At least that's what I believe he said, because I wasn't exactly alive when he said it. My parents thought he'd name me that because of the biblical guy Zachariah, but it turns out that a few years later he revealed that it was because of Zach and Cody, which is kind of a dumb reason to name an entire human for, but at least it wasn't. Jared. Yep, you heard me right. Jared. I absolutely despise this name. No hate to anyone named Jared, but your name sucks. I am so glad that John watched Zach and Cody instead of Jared and Joe. I asked my mom recently on a trip to Ecuador what she would have named me if John didn't name me, and she said Jared. And for a second I thought she was joking, because Jared? For most of my life, I would go by as Zach as my nickname. I mean, it's just natural. Whenever you have a long name, you just shorten it. It's like having the name Gregory and not being called the Greg. It's just that it wasn't until recently when I started going by as Zach without the H. And the reason is because I was watching a Hamination video, which love that guy. And one of the credits of the guys was Zach. This part wasn't in the original video, but it is being said after editing. I should probably say that I really am thankful for the guy for having his name, which is kind of a weird thing to thank someone for, but still, it's like I wouldn't really be here if he didn't have his own name. So thank you for that. Just ZAC, no H, no K, and I loved it. I mean, that just looks really cool. And so I started going by as Zach without an H or a K. And it's the easiest name in the entire world that people misspell so much, and I have no idea how or why. Don't ask. Fine, I'll explain. Back when I was still cute.
Aww. One eternity later.
It's not a phase, Mom. I used to be called Zachy way more. But basically, I recently got called Zachy by a girl in school like mid-January. You know me, Zachy. 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 Don't get me dirty. No, but seriously though, as soon as that girl called me Zachy, I felt like something was happening in me. I felt like I was in hell because of how hot it was. Also, side note, Zachy is probably going to be the only name that has a K in it, because Zacy doesn't really fit right, and neither does Zachy. I wrote this segment down, but then I realized, what really is there to talk about? Because, Zack Attack is just a nickname. Like, you can't tell me you have a variation of the name Zach, and you didn't have the nickname Zack Attack. Like, everyone has. Every Zachary that I've met, including myself, has had the name Zack Attack. Like, what do you want me to say? Alright, post-recording TMD, this is me while editing. I do want to say now that I've actually edited and had a little bit more time to think. The only interesting thing I can really think of to say is that Zack Attack has an H in it because I stopped going by Zack Attack in 4th grade or something like that. So when my nickname changed to not have an H in it, I still had Zack Attack. So yep. Now those are all the personal names I have. You can call me them in the comments and I'll probably know who you're talking about, but like, don't. And like, just call me by the following names. But if you call me Jared, I will find you. Shout out to this guy, he should subscribe to him because he's actually the reason why I have my name. I'd say this is the most iconic name in the entire world. Obviously that's a joke. But basically the story behind it is that one time we were hanging out, like I believe on a Saturday, and we were walking around this one neighborhood. And then I showed him my avatar because it was pretty new. And like back then it was very different. So I showed him my avatar and he was like, wow, you look like a masked devil. That's the moment that sparked it all. And I'm not even joking when I'm not exaggerating, like Disney type of thing where like they say the movie name or something like that. That's like pretty sure that actually happened because this happened a while ago. But I'm pretty sure that's what actually happened. Well, at least I hope that's what happened. But yeah, basically that's how I got my name. I had like an entire script for like everything in this, but I realized I've been going off script, so why should I be going on script now? So I'm just gonna start spitting what I think happened, and so yeah. I'm pretty sure it originally started because like I was trying to move away from like the TMD Masked Devil persona, and if you're asking why, and like the reason is because I want to get like more names instead of just one. If you're saying why, good question. I'll get back to you when I get an answer. But basically now it actually has some like TMD lore canon stuff thingies because ever since when I made like my second channel now and like a second avatar, like just for fun, it makes sense to have like the first and the second. So now I have the masked one, and so yeah, it's like a second name you can call me, but only in the context of like lore and stuff. I'm pretty sure it was like a Friday when I had enough Robux to spend, and so I spent it because I had nothing else to spend it on an avatar that I kind of liked, and so I started using it for my videos because whenever I have like a video where it's like 2 people in it and I don't really have an actor to play with me or like to record the script, I just use myself, which is TM1 and TM2. So it's pretty easy to just record like that. So that's why I started using it. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I do know, but the reason I started using it is just because I can. 4 names instead of 3. Prosodemon literally means forward spirit in Greek. But I started using it because it's like forward inner demon. Yeah, that was kind of cringe, but it's not like any of you guys who are watching are actually Greeks, so whatever. No, my other name isn't literally other, but now what you can call me as is up to your interpretation. Many of my fans call me TMD for the Masked Devil, which if you do, you're a real one. But now I have many more names. This is not very important. Like, you can call me the Masked Daredevil, and you probably aren't wrong. Like, that's not my new name. But you could also call me the Masked Dummy, and that wouldn't be too far off. Now those are the names you can call me through the internet, but you can also shorten it, so these are like, I kind of just talking about those, like how you can shorten it, so yeah. I already talked about this other. TMD stands for, you know, but you can also change it if you want to whatever, and probably right, as long as I approve it. But yeah. I mean, this is just the acronym for the Masked One. I mean, you can count, you know. Oh my god. Every time something like that happens in recordings, I just redo the recording. But I thought that was kind of funny, so I'm going to keep that in. As I was saying, you can count to 1. So, like, it's the first channel, it's the first me, it's the first avatar. So, yeah, that's the Masked One. But also, 1 starts with an O. You know, so yeah. I was editing TMD here. That was kind of a bar, so let me freestyle a little. Could never be me. Yeah, you see, I ain't that much of a dummy, but you know who I am? I'm TMD. Yeah, on second thought, maybe that wasn't that much of a bar. Whatever. This just has the same logic as TM1, so I mean, yeah. I do not approve of PD. I just don't really think it fits with anything else. So yeah, I'm only mentioning it here so you don't call me it, because PDs are Proso Diamond, but like whatever. This is a segment for everything I forgot to mention in this video. TMD is also an acronym I kind of need because for like rapping, I don't see myself as a future rapper, but I do see myself just doing it for fun. And never to make music, but just to have fun, say it like that. But basically TMD is better for rapping because like there's more stuff that rhymes with the E sound than like the evil in devil. So yeah. In Greek, it's pronounced
Proso Daimon.
but in TMD lore canon thingy stuff, it's actually Proso Diamond. And the reason? Because I'm quirky. Names. We all have them. I have too many. And you might too. And those names are probably really cool. Unless if your name is Jared. Do not talk to me if your name is Jared. Oh my god, finally I'm done editing this video. This took so long to make. You have any idea how long this took to make? I'm finally done.